Okay, welcome to our first free webinar on assistive technology. My name is Susie Field and I'm with Southern Sydney Business Education Network. Now I do have the camera off at the moment because I'll turn it on when I pass you over to Diane James, who is our presenter tonight. I've hooked up our telephone conference call and I can already hear that some people haven't muted their phone. So please ensure that your phone's muted and that way you can access this session via telephone, but we can't hear you. The webinar is brought to you tonight by Learning Without Limits project. This was an initiative by Paula Goulden from the Sutherland Shire Dyslexia Support Group that was set in motion 4 years ago with the assistance of her local partnership broker from Southern Sydney Ben. The aim of this partnership is to educate parents, students and teachers on assistive technologies that can help students cope with literacy-based learning difficulties. I'd like to thank several organisations tonight, Southern Sydney Ben, Engadine District Youth Services, National Disability Coordination Officers Program, NDCO, the Department of Education and Communities, Project Youth and Youth Connections. A special thanks goes to Sailors with Disabilities and David Peskud, who has generously sponsored a lot of the Learning Without Limits initiatives that we've run over the years. Things that we have done are all-day events and workshops for students and teacher training sessions on assistive technology. Your presenter tonight is Diane James. Diane is a technology and applied studies teacher at Lucas Heights Community School. She's well versed in assistive technology to assist students with dyslexia and learning difficulties. She conducted all our teacher training sessions and is passionate about the technology available to make lives of students with learning difficulties easier and more successful. Just to add to my housekeeping phone issue, please ensure that your speakers are on. If you are having any technical difficulties, this session is being recorded and a link will be sent to you. This is an interactive session. There'll be instances where Diane will push you to a website. What that means in Adobe Speak is the website will automatically open in your internet browser, and she might talk you through perhaps scrolling down or having a look at a video. To come back to the session, always remember the icon on the bottom of your screen. It's a little grey thing with 3 people, and if you want to come back to the PowerPoint and Diane, simply click back there. She'll keep reminding you as we go. If you do have questions or issues, feel free to put them into the chat box and that would be great. I'll be happy to help you out there. Now, I will read out the phone number one more time if you are having issues and you'd like to call in. Please dial 1-800-087-367. That's 1-800-087-367. And your passcode will be 603-507-9711. I will put that on in the chat box too, but I now will hand you over to Diane. Thanks. Sit down and I'll pop your webcam on. Thank you. Start webcam. Oh, there. Okay. Start sharing. All right. Good evening. Start sharing there. Perfect. Okay. Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. As Susie said, I'm going to talk you through some iPad apps that are particularly useful for students with literacy-based learning difficulties. As you are probably aware by now, an iPad or an iPhone are excellent devices for students with literacy difficulties because there are a lot of apps available and also built into the operating system. There is text-to-speech facilities in there. So an iPad or an iPhone do give a lot of supportive features to them. It is very important when you're choosing apps for an iPad or an iPhone or an Android device for that matter, that you choose ones that are going to suit an individual's needs. A student with literacy difficulties may have difficulty reading
if they have difficulty reading, they might like a text-to-speech app. Now, there are numerous apps available, and so it is important, and the reason for this webinar is to try and talk you through some of the numerous apps available, and I will make some suggestions on what I think are very good apps. So in the field of text-to-speech, I'm going to look at Voice Reader and also a PDF reader, which is Claro PDF. For students who do have difficulty writing, they might like a speech-to-text app, and I'm going to look at Dragon Dictation tonight. If students have trouble with spelling or in writing in general, I'm going to look at two apps, iRead and Write and Co-Writer. With note-taking, I'm going to look at some audio note-taking apps, and I'll look at Audio Note tonight. I'm very much a visual learner, and so I like to mind map information. There are numerous mind mapping apps out there, but my particular favourite is Inspiration. In terms of organisation, a lot of students with learning difficulties, actually a lot of students have difficulty organising themselves, and I'm going to look at the app Forgetful. Optical character recognition, or OCR apps, are excellent for anybody because it will change an image into text if there is text in an image, and I'm going to look at Pixter tonight, but there are others available. And obviously a dictionary app is also very useful for students with literacy-based learning difficulties. So the first app that actually, as I mentioned to you, iPhones and iPads do have text-to-speech capabilities built into them. So in your settings on your iPad, you can go to General and you can turn on Speak Selection, VoiceOver. So when you get an SMS message, when you click on that, there is an option there where it will speak it to you. So turn on the text-to-speech capabilities, and students can then use those facilities with their iPhone or iPad. The first app that I will look at for text-to-speech is Voice Reader. Now, the reason that I've chosen Voice Reader over some other apps is that it can be saved as an MP3 file. So students who learn auditory learning, they can convert the text into an MP3 file, and then they can listen to that at a later date. So if they're studying for an exam or something, they could convert text into an MP3 and listen to that on their iPhone or iPad or iPod. It also will allow you, and it is a good app for anybody, because you can output text in 21 different languages. So if you go overseas and you get a menu and you can't read it, you can take a photo of the menu and convert that into English. You can choose which voices you like, and you can access any text from PDFs, emails, and you can convert everything into audio. I've just got a short video that I'm going to browse to at the moment. So in your browser, it should open up the Linguatext app site, and there is a video link on there which I would like you to click on. It's a photo of the phone, and if you click on the link there, you'll have, it's a 2-minute short video on the Voice Reader app.
In as many as 21 languages. I'd really like to show you how it works. You can enter texts yourself or open previously available texts. A simple click is enough, and your text appears in the editor. Now just press the reading button and the reading can begin. Conan Doyle. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The Barrel Coronet. Holmes, said I, as I stood one morning in our bow window looking down the street. Here is a madman coming along. It seems rather sad that his relatives should allow him to come out alone. If you wish, you can store your text as an audio file and send it comfortably by email. Using copy and paste, you can import texts from documents, mails, or the internet straight into the voice reader. In settings, the tone, speed, or volume of the individual voices can be adapted. If you wish to work offline, you can also purchase offline voices within the app. There are 32 male and female voices available to you. You can listen to the individual voices before buying. Under settings, the offline voices which you have bought are indicated. You can now select any text to be read to you by the offline voice. The texts are marked in yellow, phrase by phrase, so you can see immediately which section of the text is being read out.
Apps de Linguatec. Consígalo ahora también en su iPhone y iPod Touch en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar de nuestro CNO en el campo de las tecnologías del lenguaje. Aproveche las soluciones de calidad de Linguatec y reciba apoyo innovador, productivo y económico con nuestras aplicaciones.
Voice Reader offers you many possibilities, from comfortably reading out selected text to storing them or sending them by mail. I would be very happy to read out your iPhone texts for you too.
Okay, so if you can go back down on the bottom of your screen and click on the Adobe Connect button again, you will get up the PowerPoint that I'm going through at the moment. So when you get the link for this presentation tonight, I have linked in all of the video tutorials and all of the web links so that you can go back and look at the video tutorials and assess whether each particular app would work for your student or child. Another fantastic app is Claro PDF. Now I use Claro PDF all the time myself, so it's a great app for anybody. Because what Claro PDF does is accesses text, and so that you can read any PDF file. You can annotate a PDF with highlighting, underscoring. If you look at the image on the PowerPoint down the bottom, you can see how you can annotate a PDF file. And so Claro PDF, there is a play button at the bottom of the screen, and it will allow the PDF document to be read. It also has an excellent search feature, and that's just beside the speak selection. And so if you download a book, like a child has received a English book or a geography book, and they want to look inside the book and find information about a topic that they need to research, they can just click in the word that they're searching for. So if it's evolution, it will bring up everywhere that evolution is mentioned within the text. So I'll just take you to the Claro PDF website. That's the link that I'm opening up at the moment for you. Let's put that brought up the Claro PDF site. So as I said, this is an excellent app. When you come onto the site, if you could scroll down the screen, you'll see a very good screenshot of what the Claro PDF app looks like, and you can see how you can highlight and annotate a document. At the bottom of this page, you'll see the play button, and the microscope indicates the search feature. If you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see the Claro PDF overview video. And I'm just going to play that at the moment, so you should hear the audio from that. It is a 2-minute video, just to give you an overview of Claro PDF.
Your accessible PDF viewer. Claro PDF is an app for reading and commenting on PDF files and documents. Claro PDF speaks back accessible text PDF files and documents with high quality speech and highlighting, so you can follow the words as they are spoken. To open a PDF, tap the Open File button and choose PDF Documents. Select the file required and then press the Open button. Tap the screen to select where to start, then tap the play icon to start speaking.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Quickly jump to the page you want. Double tapping on an area of the page will also quickly zoom in and out. Claro PDF includes a full set of commenting and annotation tools. Highlight text with different colors. Strike through text. Add sticky notes. Write straight onto the document. Draw lines and shapes, and even insert pictures anywhere in the document. The annotations are saved with the PDF for later use, or sent as an email. Add-on voices can be purchased in Claro PDF. Choose from over 40 voices in 27 different languages. The settings menu can quickly edit and customize the features of Claro PDF. Claro PDF includes Dropbox support. Open files straight from Dropbox into Claro PDF. Then save PDFs from Claro PDF to Dropbox. Claro PDF, your accessible PDF viewer.
Okay, so if you can go back to the Adobe Connect icon at the bottom of your screen, that'll take you back to the PowerPoint. As I say, at $3.79, that is an excellent app. I'm now also going to just look at voice to text, and with voice to text, this is for students who find it difficult to write or to type. And so this is a very simple app. It is a free app. It it's powered by Dragon Naturally Speaking. In a fortnight time, I'm going to do the software edition of this webinar, and in that webinar I'm going to look at different software, so I will look at Dragon Naturally Speaking during the next webinar. So for Dragon dictation, as you can see by the image at the bottom of the page, it's a very simple app, and all that a child needs to do is tap on the icon in the center of the app and start speaking, and that will automatically record whatever they say as text. And then a student can email that, send it as a message, as an SMS. They can obviously also edit it in case it doesn't pick up what they're saying immediately. So that's Dragon Dictation, a very good app to use. The next app, Co-Writer. Co-Writer is a writing assistant app. It's an excellent app. It is a little bit expensive at $25. However, it does assist students, particularly who are inventive spellers or phonetic spellers. And if they have a lot of difficulty with spelling, this app is particularly useful. So it can predict words that they've typed. In the image over on the side, the student was spelling elephant, LFNT, and Co-Writer was able to pick up phonetically that the child was probably looking for the word elephant. So at the bottom of the app, it gives word suggestions, and the student just can click on that word and it will automatically insert that into the text. The reason that Co-Writer is a particularly good app for writing is its topic dictionaries. It has a lot of inbuilt dictionaries, but on the web there's about 4 million dictionaries. So what that means is that if a student's studying something on say evolution again, and you put in the word evolution, when they're writing about evolution, the words that are predicted are based on that particular topic. So for that reason alone, Co-Writer is an excellent app. I'm just looking at the chat at the bottom, and I would agree with the Dragon dictation that you do, the more you use it, the more it will pick up editing, but you do have to, it does take a little bit of editing and a little bit of time to get along. I think as time goes on that Dragon will improve. It's improved a lot over the years, and I think it's just going to continue to improve. I'm just going to take you to the Co-Writer site. I won't play these videos, but I just want to show you that on the actual site there are a number of how-to videos. So if you can see on the side it says watch how-to videos. Can you click on that, please? When you click on the how-to, it brings up a number of short videos that you can have a look at, and when you have a look at those short videos, you will be able to assess whether that particular app would be good for your child. So it's got how to export and share your writing, how to access topic dictionaries, how to check your spelling. So you can watch those little short tutorials in your own time and assess whether for your child Co-Writer would be an appropriate app to purchase, especially at $25. It's worthwhile having a look at those videos and assessing whether that would be a good app. Yes, there is a PC version of Co-Writer, and as I said, I will be looking at software solutions in my next webinar. So another very good writing assistance app is iRead and Write by Spectronics. This is a very good app. It is $37, so it is a little bit expensive. Again, when I do the software solutions, I'll be looking at Text Help Read and Write Gold, which is a fantastic piece of software, but very expensive. So with all of these things, you do have to look at what you can afford, what's going to help the most, and choose the most appropriate app. iRead and Write does very similar things to Co-Writer. The difference is that it also has the text and picture dictionaries, which may be useful for children to look up when they get a word so that they understand the word that they're looking at. It does have the homophone and confusable checker as well. I will play the text help video. It is a 3-minute video, so I'm just going to take you to that site now. This should play automatically for you.
Welcome to the iRead Write app for the iPad. iRead Write, Text Help's newest literacy tool, is a standalone iPad app that makes reading easier and writing more accurate. It includes powerful support features that benefit struggling readers and writers of all ages, especially those with dyslexia, dysgraphia, or other learning difficulties. Enough talking. Let's see how it works. Working on an assignment and stuck on writing your next word? Let word prediction help. Word prediction completes the word you are typing, and using context, it suggests the next word to use. Once you have made your choice, simply tap or swipe the word from the provided list on the left. As you can see, word prediction helps construct sentences with ease. Unsure if you've spelled something correctly or used the wrong word? The phonetic spell checker will show you any spelling errors in red. Words that sound the same or are easily confused are highlighted in blue. If you are not sure which word to use, long hold on the word for a definition.
2. Adverb. From one end of something to the other. It ran through the house.
Don't get caught with a misspelling or using the wrong word again. The dictionary feature can also be used when reading and you aren't sure what a word means. Simply double tap the word and choose dictionary from the options provided.
Noun. The passage made above a fire which the smoke can't travel through. Their chimney caught fire.
Text definitions, as well as images for the word, can be used to help expand vocabulary and improve comprehension. When your work is completed, you can have it read aloud by tapping on the play button.
The House of Seven Gables takes place in a sleepy New England town.
This allows you to ensure that what you wrote is what you actually meant to write. You can customize your iRead-Write experience, including picking the background and text colors based on your needs or preferences, choosing from a variety of natural-sounding text-to-speech male and female voices, including Siri, if you have the iPad 3 or above, or by selecting your preferred font from one of our many options, including Open Dyslexic. Once you are done, you can share your documents via email, Facebook, Twitter, or messages. You can also copy and paste text or import existing rich text format or text documents directly into iRead-Write. And best of all, you can access all of these reading and writing support tools where and when you need them, because no Wi-Fi or 3G access is needed. As you can see, iRead-Write is the perfect app for the iPad, with support features that benefit struggling readers and writers of all ages. Get iRead-Write from the App Store today. For more information, go to www.texthelp.com.
Okay, so that's iRead-Write. Again, a very good app for helping with writing. So either Co-Writer or iRead-Write are very good. The next app that I'm going to look at is the Audio Note. I use this app myself when I go to conferences and I'm getting a lot of information, and sometimes it's difficult to remember everything. So because it does record all audio, and it records it very well, very high quality audio, you should always ask permission to record audio in a classroom setting. So what it does is records audio, and you can synchronize your notes with the audio. If you look at the image on the screen, you can see the recording button at the top of the screen. So you just click record and it records all audio, and at the same time you can either type in or handwrite notes, and if the teacher's drawing a drawing on the board, you can copy that drawing and draw it. And what you'll notice is that a time gets placed in for each note that you take. So later on, when you go back to listen to it, if there's an important point, then you can just click on the time button and that will take you to that part of the audio recording. So it is very good to synchronize your note and your audio recording at the one time, and draw on and write your notes along with it. And the notes get highlighted when you listen to it back. So I've included a web link and a video. I won't show them at the moment, but if you're particularly wanting to look at Audio Note, I would suggest you have a look at the video to show how it can be used. Okay, so that's Audio Note for note taking, and there are other note taking, audio note taking apps available. I'm going to look at mind mapping now. As I said, I'm very much a visual learner, and there are numerous mind mapping apps available. There's Poplet, Bubble-Us, there's Xmind, FreeMind. However, by far my favourite mind mapping software and app is Inspiration. So this is $12.99 So it is a little bit expensive. It's particularly good for students when they're brainstorming ideas. It gives scaffolds and templates so that if a student are doing a comparison essay, it gives you a template for doing comparison. It's also very good for students to use to summarise their information for exams, and then they can use that as a summary for their exams. Why Inspiration is a better mind mapping program is because they can go from a mind map view into an outline, and that outline helps them start structuring their writing for essays or for extended responses. They can add images, change the colour of the background and styles, attach notes to it, hyperlinks, and share the files. Now I will show you the inspiration video. It is only a very short, I think it's 2-minute video, but it's particularly good. So it should open up your web browser now, and this should play immediately for you.
Today I'm going to cover 4 areas of inspiration maps: building a diagram, enhancing with notes, color, and images, converting the diagram to an outline, and working with the outline. I'm doing a short brainstorming exercise on nutrition. The document starts with the main idea, food. I want to add in an idea symbol under the food heading. I select the food symbol and press and drag the link handle to where I want the new link symbol to appear. I then double tap it to bring up a keyboard and label it. I'll create a few more symbols with specific foods. I want to create a new idea symbol. I can double tap on an open area and it's created. Notice that the keyboard remains on the screen to make successive symbol creation fast. I'll label these new symbols carbs and protein. Now I want to sort the foods. I simply drag each food to the same side as the category, fish and dairy on the protein side, apple and bread to the carb side. I can then move the link and drag the handle from the food symbol to the new topic. Notice that the new topic wiggles to let me know it will be linked. I can add a note for each symbol that lets me add some additional details. For the bread symbol, I want to make a note to encourage multigrain over the traditional white bread. I can continue to add in additional details under the topics. Under dairy, I want to add in milk and cheese, a couple more specific examples. Notice that I tap the link handle and the symbol will be placed for me. Inspiration Maps provides the user a number of tools to refine and enhance their diagram. First of all, I want to make the food symbol look different from the others. I select it, open the inspector, and change the symbol shape and color. I can also bring in images into the diagram from the internet, the iPad Photos app, or using the iPad's camera. To insert a local image from the Photos app, I tap the cheese symbol in the diagram, bring up a local photo album, and select an image. Notice that I can resize any symbol by using a pinch zoom. Using the camera is just as easy. I select the Apple symbol, open the inspector, select the camera, and snap a photo directly from within Inspiration Maps. I can preview it before it's inserted into my document and retake it if necessary. With Inspiration Maps, I can switch from diagram view to the outline view, and it maintains my document organization. I can continue to add in information into my document in new topics and notes. By pressing and dragging, I can also shift the order of the topics. When I drag a topic, all the associated subtopics are kept with it. If I want to use my outline to begin writing, I can transfer it over to other local iPad apps such as Pages. Every document that I create is automatically saved on the iPad. If I want to archive the document until a later time, I can save it in Dropbox or iTunes.
Okay, so that's the video on inspiration. The web link that I've given you, or when you get the PowerPoint, is also a very good web link to have a look at. So if you can go back at the bottom of your screen, back to the Adobe Connect icon at the bottom, you should be back at the PowerPoint that I'm presenting. Now I'm going to look at an organisation app. There are lots of organisation apps available. Also the calendar on the iPhone and the iPad is a very good, useful tool for helping students to be organised, to remember their PE equipment, their technology equipment, etc. So this app that I'm looking at is Forgetful, and if you look at the image on the PowerPoint, this is exactly what the app looks like. The reason that Forgetful is a little bit different to a calendar is that you can add a voice, they can use the microphone at the side and they can audio record their reminder or their homework. They could even, if their teacher likes or if they want to, they can video the teacher letting them know what their homework or their assignment is. And that way it gives them that additional information that they may have not put into their diary about an assignment or task. So they can set the time, the date, it will give them an alarm alert that they can have a look at. So it is quite a simple app to use. The free version only allows you to put in 2 reminders, and then you have to upgrade to the paid version. All right, the next app that I'm going to look at, as I said, is the OCR recognition, Pixter. And OCR, or optical character recognition, is a great app for everybody. But particularly for students in class with their iPhone or their iPad, they can take a photo of the textbook and the text in the textbook or the text on the screen, and it will convert that into typed out text. So you can see in the image at the bottom, there is a page in a textbook, and once it's gone, once you extract the text from the textbook, it will come out and you can use that in Pages or email it or message it and add any extra information that you want. So Pixter will just scan the information from a textbook, extract the text in it, and then you can edit it, you can translate it, you can share it. So yes, I won't take you to the web link for that because it is a very simple app to use, and you can have a look at that. It's $3.79. There is Prismo that you can use, or Text Grabber, but that's just for an iPhone. And it will also, some of those will also convert them to other languages as well. But I use Pixter and it's quite a good app. Okay, along with the apps, a lot of schools at the moment are going with a BYOD model or a bring your own device model for particularly high schools, but even a lot of primary schools at the present time are using a BYOD device model. And if schools are using a BYOD device and the device that the student is bringing is an iPad, then they're probably going to need some of these education apps that I've put on the screen at the moment. So iMovie, iBooks, iTunes, Numbers, Keynote, Pages, Explain Everything, and Prezi. I won't go through those because they're not particularly just literacy-based apps, but it's just worthwhile to know other good apps for education. Now, I've just put at the end of this presentation some extra web links. I will take you to the Spectronics Literacy Apps link because what you'll see on this apps link, it is does have an extensive array of apps that are good for students with literacy issues. Spectronics also have a lot of software, which I will look at it in a fortnight's time. If you scroll down the page on the Spectronics page that I've just directed you to, you will notice that it comes up with reading support, and there's a whole lot of reading support apps there. You can see Claro PDF, Dragon Search. As you keep scrolling down, I Read and Write. So there is a little bit of information about each app. There are video tutorials on there and comments. So, however, when you look down the page, you will see just how many apps available, and a lot of them all do this similar thing. So that's why it is worthwhile doing your homework and researching which app is good, because there are just so many available. So that's the Spectronics site. Jerry Kennedy is a leader in assistive technology. He's based in Melbourne, and he has presented, I think he presented twice at our Learning Without Limits conferences, and he's put together a really wonderful apps. The link is on the page, and you can have a look there. And he's got some great information about apps that can help with literacy support. So if you do have any extra questions, sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat a lot because I've been trying to get through all the information from the PowerPoint. But if you do have any questions, I will have a look at the chat at the moment and try and help you with those. But there is a lot of information out now on literacy support. And as you know, in today's day and age, people don't tend to get on the phone so much. So if a child does have difficulty with literacy, it is linked a lot to communication at the moment, sending SMSs and emails. So a lot of the apps that I've presented today can just help them in an everyday communication setting anyway. So,
there's some questions coming.
Okay. I'm just looking at the questions.
There was one earlier, Diane. Do you need internet for all of these apps? Is the answer yes?
Okay, for all of the apps, no. The audio note, you do not need internet connection. Inspiration, you do not need internet connection. Voice reader, if you pay for the voice, you can pay extra on top of voice reader. If you pay extra for the voice, then that voice becomes recorded and then you don't need to pay for it. Claro PDF, I do not think you need internet connection for. Co-writer and text help, I'm not quite sure. I don't think so, but I'm not quite sure. So most of them, no, you do not need internet connection. If you have an Android device, obviously all you need to do is search for the app. Rather than search through the App Store, you just search for the app and look for it there. Yes, obviously adults with dyslexia, these apps are very suitable for adults with dyslexia as well. So when you get the PowerPoint, all the links are there, so you can have a look at everything in your own time. Tonight is just a very brief overview. There's obviously lots of information, and usually when I do the teacher sessions, we have a lot more time to go through them. Yes, a lot of this is particularly useful for high school students. I obviously teach high school, but a lot of what do you mean by looking for the apps on the Android? So if you have an Android device, for example, and you're wanting Claro PDF, you would search for Claro PDF and go to their, like the Don Johnson site, or you go to the actual site rather than, you can't buy through the App Store. So I'm not quite sure, I have an iPad, so I don't buy for the Android very much, but you just go to the actual search for the app rather than going through the App Store, and then you can download straight from the site. Do you have any apps to organise coursework? Thinking subject folder. OneNote is an app that you can use as well. OneNote is very similar to the software, so you put your information into subject folders. There is an app for OneNote as well. Yeah, okay, so you can download the Dragon on Android. Yes, the next session will be in 2 weeks' time, and that is on software solutions. So a lot of schools, as I said, if they're going with BYOD, students may be able to bring in a laptop, and hence they will need software solutions for their literacy difficulties. So, or if you're like me, you have both, and you need iPad solutions and also software solutions, because unfortunately for me, I find that the iPad cannot do everything that I want it to do, particularly with high school, and I do teach a lot of technology subjects, so I would have also software solutions as well. Okay, so if there's no more questions. Yes, thank you, Susie.
That's because it's for you. Thank you.
Okay, so I hope you find the PowerPoint when it comes through useful. How many participants?
I'm not sure what she means.
Tonight
50.
there was about 50. I think there were 120 originally
Registered for the link.
registered for the links. Yeah, it is great.
I think Cheryl's a partnership broker. So 140 registered, 50 on the night stuff.
ISD hearing. I'm just trying to think if you're after apps to assist with hearing. Oh no, you're from, okay, yeah. Thank you everyone for